Hey everybody, it's Rob the Cherry City Guns and Ammo, and today we're going to do kind of a fun video. I'm sure you've seen it many times in movies and TV shows where the good guy gets shot and he goes down, apparently is dead, and then the bad guy gets defeated and they go check on our hero and later on find out that he's still alive, and he pulls some kind of knick-knack out of his inside pocket, whether it be a flask or a Bible or a Zippo lighter or something like that that has stopped the bullet and miraculously saved his life, even though he went down and looked dead for 5 or 10 minutes. Somehow this thing stopped the bullet, yet he looked dead for a while. But I'm sure we've all seen it, so we've got some of those things to test, and we're going to find out if you had one of these inside your pocket, could it have saved you? So stick around, we'll be right back. Alright, first up, one of my favorite movies of all time is the original Batman with Michael Keaton. And there's a scene where Bruce Wayne is at Vicky Vale's apartment and the Joker shows up. And Bruce Wayne knows he's probably going to end up getting shot. And so he grabs like a little silver serving tray and sticks it inside of his shirt. And he gets shot by the Joker and he goes down and appears to die. And then Vicky Vale goes to check on him later on. And he's gone, and left behind is a silver serving platter with a dent from a bullet in it. So I got this, went to Goodwill and bought this for like $4. I think it'd be a pretty good representation. It's not as wide as the one that Bruce Wayne used in the movie, but we're going to test it. And in the movie, it looks like an incredibly small gun that the Joker uses, and the dent left over in the tray is incredibly small. So I don't believe that could be really anything more than a 22. So we're going to shoot at the 22, and if it stops the 22, we're going to call it plausible. But we're not going to stop there because that wouldn't be fun at all. So if it's plausible with the 22, we're just going to keep going until we blow a hole in it and see what kind of calibers Batman could have been shot by and still made it out alive. So we're going to set this up and we'll be right back. Alright, so up first, I got my Han Solo build. I'll put a link to it up here in case you haven't seen this before. But this is an AR pistol that looks like a Han Solo's blaster, and it's chambered in .22 long rifle. So let's set up on that tray and see what happens. 3, 2, 1. I thought I saw a bullet go bouncing off, and I did. So we got a nice little dent there. So with a .22 long rifle, potentially Batman could have lived. So we'll call that plausible. I got some other stuff. We'll go get that and see if it can hold up to that. We'll be right back. Alright, up next we've got my Kel-Tec PMR 30 .22 Magnum. We've got a 30 grain VMAX in there. Let's see if that tray is able to stop a .22 Magnum. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, that would be a definite no. That blew a hole through there with absolutely zero resistance. A lot of people look down their nose at the .22 Magnum, but it is actually a pretty hot little cartridge that has some real capability that I think a lot of people don't recognize. So Batman, .22 Magnum, you might be dead. .22 long rifle, I think you'd be okay. So let's move on to the next item. I can't talk. I have seen in movies before where somebody had like a pocket Bible or maybe a small bound journal. I wasn't going to shoot a Bible. I think I'd really tick some people off if I did that. But we got this little pocket notebook. And it's got some decent thickness to it. It's got a pretty good page count to it. So I think it'll make a good analog for a pocket Bible, pocket journal, or even just a small book that maybe somebody was carrying on an inside pocket. So up again first, the Han Solo blaster. Alright, here we go with the Han Solo blaster. 3, 2, 1. Well, I don't think that survived. Let's take a look. Nope, I'm afraid a small pocketbook would not save your life. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't penetrate enough to kill you. You know, maybe that would slow it down enough that it wouldn't go very far into your body, and maybe you'd live from that. Teddy Roosevelt actually had a 50-page speech rolled up in a front pocket, and somebody shot him. And while the speech did not stop the bullet, and I don't know what caliber he got shot with, but it did slow it down enough that the wound was mild enough that he still gave the entire speech before he went out and sought out medical attention. So you could be looking at something similar with this. You know, maybe it didn't stop the bullet from hitting you, but maybe it slowed it down enough to make it survivable. So we got some cool stuff coming up. All right, up next we got a flask. I know I've seen this one multiple times. Let's see what happens here. Uh-oh. At least went through one side. Yep, yeah, you're screwed. Once again, maybe it slowed it down enough that maybe it would help you to survive it, but you're still getting hit by that bullet. That's not good. So far, a lot of the stuff is getting defeated by just the 22. I'm starting to wonder how many things will even make it past the 22 Magnum. It's not looking good, but this might be surprising, but I think the movies might be wrong. Press it. All right, so up next we got a cell phone. This is going to be a little spoiler alert for you, but at the end of season 3 of Yellowstone, John Dutton gets ambushed and they shoot him up with AK-47s, which are all shooting 7.62 by 39. He gets shot all over the place. But he is saved. When they leave, they pull out his cell phone that has one of those bullets stuck in it. I don't know if you know anything about the 7.62 by 39, but that's a 30 caliber round that's coming out like 2,300 feet per second. There's no way a cell phone's stopping it. So we're going to start off with 22, and I don't think it's going to stop at 22. As much as I really like the show Yellowstone, that was extremely far-fetched. I mean, I know it was season finale and you got to leave some kind of crazy cliffhanger, but come on, no way. Let's watch 22 long rifle absolutely destroy the cell phone. Once again, with the Han Solo gun. All right, let's see. And just as I suspected, there's no way in hell you'd be saved by a cell phone, even from a 22. Yeah. Yellowstone's full of crap. All right, so I had a thought. As you can see, I just nicked the battery, and it didn't deform that bad. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to try to get a round to go right through the actual battery and see if that makes any difference at all. Probably won't. It probably will not. But we're going to see if you hit it right in the battery, if that would make a difference. So I'm going to go load up another round. I'll be right back. All right, so this one right through the battery. Well, I saw the battery come out. Obviously the round went right through. Let's see the battery. There it is. Yeah, no, the battery didn't save it. Not at all. Once again, maybe slowed down, made it slightly more survivable, but it definitely did not keep you from getting shot. All right, up next, something else. All right, up next we got a deck of playing cards. Once again, starting and probably ending with the Han Solo blaster because nothing's surviving. So, all right. Now, it definitely blew the deck apart, but did it go through? Yes. So, well, I don't know. Maybe those cards are just split. Let's see. No, there's nothing left in there. It shot all the way through. So, yep, the deck of cards isn't going to save you either. All right. This next item, I think, actually stands a really good chance of stopping a 22 long rifle. I'll actually be surprised if it doesn't. Maybe even stop a 22 Magnum, and it might be the first thing that we actually have to go to a bigger caliber. But this time we've got this super patriotic, wow, that was lame, try to be cool, this super patriotic Zippo lighter. So yeah, it's not going to work. All right, Zippo lighter. First try, and it went in the water. Perfect. All right, so the Zippo survived. It probably helped that it hit towards the edge, but it survived. So this is only going to be the second item going on to 22 Magnum. So we're going to set that up and shoot it. All right, up next, Kel-Tec PMR 30 grain VMAX. Let's see if it stands up to the 22 Magnum. Well, a chunk of something came back to me. I don't know if it was a piece of the bullet or what it was. And nope. Unfortunately, the Zippo did not survive the 22 Magnum. I'm not even finding like any pieces of bullet in it. You can see this is the outer part, and then even pieces of the inner portion are coming out. You know, I think a lot of people would be surprised if they did some ballistic testing with the 22 Magnum, because it's not even designed to run in a pistol. It's made to come out of a much longer barrel, but out of this pistol, it has defeated a lot of stuff. It's actually pretty darn impressive. All right, up next we got some coins. All right, so my friend here made a good point. He said that 22 Magnum might actually penetrate better than something like a 9mm, and that's a definite possibility. So we're gonna shoot the Zippo again with the 9mm, and maybe it'll stop the 9mm. We'll see. Let's try it out. Oh, it's embedded in the wood. No, nope. 9mm went right through it without a problem. The Zippo's done. The Zippo's super done. Alrighty, on to our final item. Alright, last but not least, the end of Deadpool 2. Cable tucks a skee ball token into Deadpool's jacket, and he's saved by a skee ball token. I couldn't find a skee ball token. Well, we got a quarter. And once again, this is probably going to be hard for me to hit because of the way this is offset. I didn't think about it when I decided this would be the 22 for this video. But be patient. It might take a couple tries, but we'll hit the quarter. I think I hit it, but I don't know where it went. Oh, it shot back behind us. Let's see. Okay. You know, except for being bent, the quarter is actually in pretty good shape. Like, it barely scratched it. It just bent it. So it actually survived. We're going to go set it back up and try a 22 Magnum. Pause. Well, I managed to hit with my first shot, so it goes to prove that even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. But let's see if the quarter stands up to 22 Magnum. Took a minute to find the quarter. It didn't stop it. Didn't stop it at all. So, you know, this doesn't look good for Hollywood. Literally everything that we could think of that would possibly be in your pocket, we've shot. If you guys got some more ideas, put them in the comments. If I get enough ideas, we can redo the video with some other stuff. But literally everything that we could think of, the only thing that it did stop was 22s, and most stuff didn't even stop at 22, but at best at 22. So yeah, big surprise. Hollywood's lying to you. Nothing in your pocket unless you're carrying a piece of steel is going to stop anything bigger than a 22, like at all. So anyway, this was a fun video. It was kind of a spendy video. I had to buy a bunch of stuff for it. If you like what you see and you want to see more of this content and you'd like to help us to be able to do some more of this content, I have a link to my Patreon down below, but don't feel like you have to be a part of that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just super thrilled that if you come here and you like it, put a like, put a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed before, and if you wouldn't mind, share it on your social media, help me get some more views. It'd be greatly appreciated. But thank you guys very much, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.